know if anyone's gonna join in. I kind of hope they won't. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest. Because we're doing something different today. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but today we're playing the Bill dating sim. And let me just edit where my thingy is. We're playing the Bill dating sim today, chat. Okay, so that's how that works. And the video quality isn't going to be the best, because I just kind of have to hold my phone over my tablet while I play, and, like, have the hopes for the best, I suppose. So, here goes nothing. Before we start, I want to preface, this game was a work in progress, but it hasn't been finished, and I'm pretty sure the person who's making it said, hi, Megumi. I'm pretty sure the person who's making this said they aren't going to finish it. Yeah, uranium, I know. I'm pretty sure the person who is making this game said they aren't going to finish it. So, there's only one ending. Let me just move my pngtuber to the bottom corner of the screen. Is this better? Hi, Megumi. Okay, the video quality for this isn't the best. But do I wait for more people to join before I get into this? I feel like I should wait for more people to join before I get into this. This looks good! I might stream me playing Swooning Over Stans after this, if this one works well. But I really hope this one doesn't work well, because I don't like playing dating sims on stream, because lock in, shut up. Okay, we're gonna start. This game is rated T for teens and contains mild language and adult themes such as use of alcohol. This game does not involve alcohol at all. I didn't mean to say shut up, by the way. Sorry, Megumi. Player discretion is advised. For what purpose? Oh, the art style in this is really cool. It was a warm July evening. The sun was just barely up, giving the pine trees around you a pinkish glow to them. After a long trip, did you just imply there's going to be penis in this game? What the hell? After a long trip, you guzzle some water and wipe some sweat from your brow. You are in Oregon, the place where the infamous Bill Cipher statue was. And for the first time in your life, you're gonna see him in person. Well, that's not true, because I have a plushie of him. My grandma made him, so please be nice to him, but it's a plushie of him. As you trot up the path that laid deep in the pine wood, you notice a small grey hand sticking out from the bushes. Curious, you decide to take a closer look. Oh, no, the art style in this is really cool. Dorito Man is backing. Yeah. It was him. His statue laid there motionless, his body somewhat cracked and patched with growing moss, his limbs mostly gone, all except for the hand that he shook with. Ford. He a real one? Yeah, he is a real one. And his eye, probably as big as your head it would seem, was all there. Well, how small is my head if the eye is as big as it? Because that doesn't look very big. I'm here, the Uber driver. Who? Who are you talking about? Wait. You search around the area, you search around the area for a bit, seeing if the treasure chest was taken, or even if it was there at all. After all, you were the first to find him. After you found the treasure and the fake, seemingly meaningless gold coins, you stare at the statue and wonder what to do next. Can I kick it? Can I just punt the Bill statue? You receive a fake gold coin in your bag. Do I have a fake gold coin in my bag? I, in fact, have a fake gold coin in my bag. You end up taking pictures with the statue like any modern-day person would. Afterwards, you stare at his thin, small hand. Oh, crap. Before the hunt for the statue started, you remember the rules said specifically not to shake the hand. Still, you can't help but wonder what would happen if you do. Shake the hand. Oh! What a wide array of choices. We have yes, definitely, or absolutely. Chat? Okay, well, you decided to shake the hand. Within an instant, the statue changed before your eyes from a dull grey to a shiny yellow gold. Too shiny, in fact, that you had to sort of shield your eyes from the sun gleam reflecting from it. His form had changed back to the way he was in the show. Bow tie, top hat, his arms and legs, and most importantly, his big, somewhat cat-like eye was all shown before you. When the transformation was finally done, he floated close to the ground, wide-eyed and seemed frightened? Oh yeah, this game came out like ages before the Book of Bill came out, so we had no idea he was like in the Theraprism back then. So this was just before that. It hardly seemed like he knew you were there. Oh my god, the art style! He looks so cool! Okay, wait, I can't do Bill's laugh. But I can probably do my impression of him if I try. Hold on. Oh wait, I have to warm up. Okay, wait, I think right. Is this working? Does this kind of sound vaguely like Bill? I'm alive! Holy heck, I actually survived that punch! He stared at his hands, shaking from excitement until you backed away a bit and stepped on a small branch while doing so. He looks like Mango art style. He does not look like the Mango Pablo art style. What are you talking about? He flinched, now coming into a realization that he wasn't alone. Oh, I didn't read that. He stared through you, shocked and a bit scared. He waved his hand around to see how you'd react. He noticed your eye followed his hand. Huh. So you can see me, huh? He mumbled shakily to himself. Oh, wait, no. He mumbled to himself, his hand somewhat shaky. Guys, sorry, I can't read. Guess that means I'm still in my physical form, even after all that mess. The demon blinks a few times, puffs up his chest, straightens his bow tie, and speaks. Well, kid, you sure took your sweet time, but I'm glad you found me. Feels like I've been stuck here for ages. He turns around and starts to float away, waving at you with one hand. Anyway, later, sucker! What in the gay? Why are you always the first/last one that's here? I don't know, Megumi. I mean, thank you, but I don't know why you're the only one who's here. When you both turn around and look at your wrists, a faint glow of what looks like a transparent chain binds you two. No. No, I am not Ford. I don't have to put up with this bullshit. Wait, a chain? How in the world did that get there? Bill, now seeming once again to lose his composure, started to frantically trying to free himself from the chain. No. No. Oh my god, the music for this is actually kind of banger. I spent years stuck in a stupid rock, and now this? As the dream demon panicked, she stood there and wondered what to do. Guys, I say to the one viewer, what do I do? Do I try to calm him down, or do I laugh at him? I feel like laughing at him probably wouldn't be the best thing to do in this situation. I'm here for fun, so... Megumi, what do I do? Do I laugh at him? I'm tempted to laugh at him. But if I want to roast him up, should I not be, like, mean to him? Because okay, well, chat has spoken. You thought it was amusing seeing him get stuck out of one bind just to find himself stuck in another, so you couldn't help but chuckle. He stopped trying to free himself from the chains and snapped. What, is this funny to you? You think this is a joke? You know what this chain means, right? No, why the fuck would I know what that means? He held up the chains as if he was playing a bizarre version of show and tell. Be the Rizzler, be the Rizzler. Dude, I can't even... I think I did a quick playthrough of this before. You can't actually Rizz him. This means we're soulbound. It means... Oh, what? I clicked once! I'm stuck with ya for life. He dropped the chain and had the most sinister look on his face, which seemed pretty difficult to tell since all he had on it was an eye. And an eyebrow, apparently. I noticed that. I can make your life a living nightmare, or I can be your best friend. Your choice. He floated up next to you and leaned his arm on your shoulder. He still seemed cocky, and the more you were around him, the more you felt unwelcomed. Well, since I'm stuck with ya, I might as well get to know ya. What's your name anyway? He has the FNAF eye. Type in my name. Oh, yay. Freedom of speech, I guess. We're going with old reliable here. Also, what do you go by? Are you a guy? Gal? Non-binary pal? What? Is that a Thomas Sanders reference? We'll go with they, them. Wait, so you're non-gendered, huh? Understandable. Well, technically no, but okay. So tell me, Cypher, what even brought you here in the first place? How did you know I was even here? I'm not being Ben Dover. Stop. You stood there quiet for a moment. How do you tell someone you saved them because you knew them from a show? As it was, this whole scenario was too surreal to even believe it was happening. But bizarre as it was happening. As you stared off into space, Bill started rummaging through your things and took out your purchased copy of the journal. It's still in good shape, and even has its store-bought cover on it. Oh, what have we... Huh? Why do you have a copy of Ford Z's old journal? And why does it look... new? It's clear that he has no idea where he is, or the fact of his existence to you. He's gonna learn eventually anyway, but after the event so far, and 2 mental breakdowns, you're not really sure if you can take more surprising news right now. Should I... Oh god. Chat, do I just... The Minecraft... Yeah, do I just tell him straight up that he's from a cartoon, or do I just, like, lie to him and be like, hey, baby girl, so 60-degree angles, huh? Because I feel like both are bad things to do in this situation. I feel like neither of these are ideal things to do. I could lie. But would he not be able to tell? Because it's Bill. Yeah, Should I just tell it to him straight? Because I feel like he'd be able to know if I was lying. I'm just gonna tell it to him. You decided to tell him the origins of the book, who wrote it, and why you know of Bill in the first place. He floats there, still staring strangely at you. So you're telling me that... You nod. That I came from a show. You nod once more. That a man with a silly goatee and a love of plaid made, and he also made the stupid replica of the diary also. You nod for a 3rd time. He seems to look at you like you came from a mental ward. Oh, he would fucking know. Haha, very funny. So funny, in fact, that I almost believe you. That was true, huh? Then why the heck is my statue here? As he said that, he tossed you the book and tugged on the chain as if you were a dog on his leash. Okay, buddy, I'm not Ford. You can't be doing this shit. Anyway, what's the holdup, kiddo? Are we gonna stand here in a forest until dark, or are we gonna get a move on? Okay, well, let's go then. As the twilight fades into a starry night, you notice that the events you're experiencing right now can't be undone. Oh, I notice now? You didn't really expect to even be out here for this long, but given the current events, it's not like there was anything you could do about it. You notice that Bill, the very being you're chained to, looks doubtful of the situation you were both in. Even if he's a psychotic dream demon, and you've known him throughout the show, you realize that you may need to get to know the real him to gain his trust. Oh great, I have to play therapist. You start putting up some options. Let's just go through these in order. How is he? You try to ask the triangle how he is to, I don't know, give him some sort of comfort, I guess? He replies with a skeptical sort of look. What's it look like? I'm chained to a lifetime of misery thanks to you. Doesn't look too good now, does it? What do you mean a ditty party might start? Megumi! Hi, Ink. We're playing the Bill dating sim. You haven't missed a lot so far. We shook the statue's hand and now he's kind of like popped up and I think he hates me. Probably not the best time to bother him about the situation. We'll ask if he's hungry. You asked Bill if he would like to get some grub or at least eat something, just for the sake of the travel. Bill rolled his eye. Oh wow, human food. I'd love to. Not. Well, that didn't work. What else? Constellations. Bring up your past trauma. Tell me about your dead parents, Pooks. You try to keep Bill entertained by asking him what constellations are up tonight. The demon rolls his eye for a moment before you mention something about seeing the summer triangle. He glances at you for a moment before turning his gaze upward. Flirt, 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 flirt. Ink, I can't flirt with him. Oh, you mean that? That's formed by Alter, Deneb, and Vega. They also happen to be the brightest stars in the three constellations of Aquila, Cygnus, and Lyra, respectively. He seems to be interested on the subject, despite that you've just looked this up on the net. Good thinking, you. By the way, just because it's a triangle doesn't mean that's going to impress me more. Fuck! How am I going to rizz up the triangle if the game isn't giving me the option to rizz up the triangle? You must have looked that up, didn't ya? Fuck you! After a small moment, you let out an awkward cough. Oh wait, why did I read that in the Bill voice? Fucking hell. This game is ruining me. Well, seems like any hopes of wooing him went down the drain. No! Guys, we're so cooked. You tried to think about something else that might work. Let's leave? Seeing as how no other option was useful in the slightest, you asked him that maybe it'd be a good idea to get out of the woods. Yeah, seems like the only good plan your head can come up with anyway. Come on, this way. Turn into Dorm. I think you mean Ford? I tried putting Ford as the name when I did a quick playthrough of the first time around, and it actually let me call myself Ford, which I was like surprised by, because I thought in Swooning Over Stans you can't call yourself Bill, so I wanted to know what was gonna go on with that. And soon he leads the way to somewhere. At this point, the sun had almost set completely, leaving them walking in the dark almost. Plus, God, the forest was so incredibly thick, it was hard to walk through it at all. Well, hard for you anyway, not for Bill. He, on the other hand, was completely phasing through everything that touched him. Everything, of course, except for the chains binding you two. It was strange. Somehow you two were chained together, and yet there was really no feeling to it at all, like it was some sort of hologram. As he led... Oh, I don't like the rock noises. As he led the way, you were so busy distracted in thought when suddenly you slipped over the edge of gravel below you, right into a not-so-conveniently placed hole. Bill reluctantly is pulled and falls with you. Hey, Cypher, watch out! After the initial shock of falling, the demon flusters as he tries to yank the chain up, but sadly was unsuccessful. Ah! Why won't you move? Bill frustrated... Ooh, that's a cool shot. Bill, frustrated that all he could do was be pulled down by you, reluctantly was dragged into what seemed like an endless hole. Why did my thingy go out of focus? Okay. Oh my god. Hello? Oh, there we go. Come on! There was a good minute of yelling, mostly by your part and partially by Bill's, before the initial shock passed and your throat grew sore. Grunkle, sunkle, and funkle, bunkle. Yeah, so true, Ink. Guess you were gonna be here for a while. God damn, he is pissed. You and Bill floated in the darkness, and after a good few minutes, you calmed down. Wait, your queso, right? What? What do you mean my... Do you mean the character? Because I'm pretty sure someone did the maths. Bill apparently only weighs like 0.77 pounds. So it's not that hard to move him. He weighs about the same as a fucking tap. Wait, I don't know if you guys are American or not. A faucet. You and Bill floated in the darkness, and after a few good minutes, you calmed down some. After a bit of adjusting, the fall became easier to get used to. The demon in front of you, of course, floated with ease, since he was used to floating already. What? From his expression, you could tell he was easily aggravated. Isn't he always easily aggravated? It's Bill. Is he okay? Bill blinks slowly at the question, looking at you foolishly. Yeah, perfect. Dandy. Oh my god, Dandy's well mentioned. Oh my god. I mean, we're stuck together for less than an hour, and somehow you've already managed to make us fall into a hole. Which, thanks for that, by the way. I'm so grateful. He scoffs at you as you float there in silence. Technically, what had happened wasn't really your fault, yet you couldn't feel like he was blaming you for everything. Well, it's Bill. Guess you really should have been more careful. Yeah, I shouldn't have fallen into the hole on complete accident. You know, the hole I couldn't see. Kind of like the Miracle musical song. So, before either of you could speak another word, a small light illuminated below, the small circle of light growing bigger and bigger as you fell. Within moments, you remembered that you were still falling, and there was a strong possibility that there'll be a cold, hard ground you'll meet at the end of it. Your instinctive reaction was to close your eyes, hold your head, and scream as you fell for the inevitable. Immediately, you tugged the chain until you could grab onto him. He was a demon and could probably survive the fall, but it was always better safe than sorry. Girl, use him as a meat shield! Never mind grabbing Bill to save his life. Grab Bill and use him to break your own fall. He'll live. Plus, you were pretty terrified and needed to grab onto something. I was not terrified. Screams filled the dark hole as you both fell closer and closer to your doom. Let's hope either of you could survive this. The end. You know, this was what I meant by the game was unfinished. Hold on. So, the game isn't finished yet. So, that's where it finishes. But it... Okay. If you guys wanted, I could play Swooning Over Stans. I'd need a little bit of time to pick whose route I'd want to go for. But if chat voted on it, I could play Swooning Over Stans. So what do you guys think? I actually kind of need to pee. So you guys in the chat debate on if I should play Swooning Over Stans for a little bit or not, because I feel like 22 minutes isn't really long enough to be for a live stream. So I will be right back. Hold on. Wait, let me just put on some low quality royalty free music, okay? Just while I go to the toilet. Okay, I'll come back in a minute, and if Megumi keeps spamming yes, then I'll play Swooning Over Stans. Well, no, I'm gonna play it, but I need one of you guys to just suggest whose route I should start doing. So, because I've played it before, I've done both of the routes, and I really prefer Stans. But I feel like my Bill plush probably wouldn't like that. So I'm gonna go to the toilet, and then whichever thing gets said in chat, I will come see. Okay, I'm back, guys. Did you enjoy Sneaky Stitch? Okay, Megumi, thank you for spamming yeah. Some gosh dang dedication. So, which route should I do? Should I do stands or fords? Because I feel like doing fords. But I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Guys, should I do stands or fords? Just say the name in chat. It's not that difficult. I could... Because I did Ford's route last time. Okay, whoa! Megumi, rephrase that. Do Ford's route. Don't just tell me to do Ford. Okay. Stop saying to do him. Okay, start. Oh gosh, I forgot I turned the volume up that loud. Can you guys still hear that? Okay. Ah, good old road trips. Wait, I need to move my pngtuber again. Okay, I'm just teeny tiny in the corner. Okay. I'm not... No, I can do Ford's route. You were just saying do Ford instead of do Ford's route. Good old road trips, full of promise and ripe with potential for adventure, soul-searching, and incredible scenery. Or at least that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. Why is it going out of focus? Oh my god. As of now, your legs are cramping up, you've exhausted your travel playlist 2 times over, and your stomach is begging for something to eat. On top of all that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees, trees, and more trees, especially on the endless winding roads that you're taking up north. All that breaks a pattern is a sign that zips past with words you're just able to make out. Gravity Falls. The road continues on, giant redwoods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something, because as you drive on, you can feel it. Something strange is bound to happen here. Something weird. That's when it happens. Your car picks up speed. Oh, fuck. I don't even have my license yet. The change came out of nowhere, and you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Trying to stay calm despite the panic welling in your chest, you pull the emergency brake, only to find that the car resists and keep moving forward, like something is pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screech against the country road, and you're screaming until crash. Am I dead? The background in this game is so cool, like the art. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough and fumble for the door, and manage to unlock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Are you alright? Oh my god! I react the same every time I see this. You know that clip where it's like, I think it's Dana Terrace and someone else playing this game with Alex Hirsch. They gasped when they saw Ford for the first time. That's literally me every time I play this. A man stands at your car door, his hand on your shoulder, leaves to tilt your head up, and he pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it in your eyes. 2 blinks and he lets your chin go. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? No, watch. Hold on. If I try to type in Bill as my name, it just says try again. Look. Try again. So we literally just have to go with Cypher. And we'll put they them again. Cypher, I'm Stanford Pines. Ford for short. I would shake your hand, but you look shaken up enough as it is. You seem fine as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out there anytime soon. Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? You open your mouth to explain when a voice calls inside the house. Poindexter, this better not be one of your experiments again. I've had this place rebuilt too many times to... Oh my god. I'm rethinking doing Ford's route. I forgot how fine he is in this game. The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops slack-jawed at the sight of your car inside of, you're guessing, his house. You must have hit your head earlier because you could swear you're seeing double. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? This had nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and it must have pulled this victim of circumstance into the house. I suppose it is entirely my fault. I'm incredibly sorry. Okay, if we're doing his route, I feel like it'd be best to reassure him. What do we think, chat? Is Ink still here? Did Ink leave? What do we think, chat? What should we do? I wanna say reassure him. We'll reassure him. Unsure of why you're reassuring this mystery man who just wrecked your car, you give an awkward shrug. It's alright. No, I must have done something wrong. A wire mix-up, perhaps, or the potentiometer. They're talking about your other mistake, Sixer. Oh, right. Hey, look, it's fine, alright? Sure, there's a dent in the hood from the shack's signage, and a crack in the windshield that looks like an ominous triangle. But I'm sure she'll still run. I'm gonna riz him up! Don't worry, Megumi. You try to start up the car. It sputters, but ultimately nothing happens. You feel like crying. Oh. Well, let's call a tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. You're right. It is cheaper to tow it yourself, Sixer. Get that magnet out. Get that magnet gun out again. Oh my god. No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. What? Huh? You? Fix this mess? I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, you kidding me? It'd take some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life, and this miracle worker is on vacation. Stanley, a moment. Ford and Stanley turned away and you're left to your thoughts. Who can anticipate a car accident like this in the middle of a road trip? You can take care of the car, but how are you going to get home? They run buses out here, right? So take a bus out of here, then. Ford clears his throat, shifting awkwardly in place. Seems like they finished their talk. So, there are a few options. My brother Stanley here could drive you out to town to find a place to stay for the night. Or you could stay the night here. We have some maps and information you can look at in the gift shop, and in the morning we can help you with your car. What do you say? Just as you're about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes from inside the house. Grunkle Stan, picture this. A whole week of— oh my gosh! The girl that runs out of the house comes to a halt at the sight of your car. Oh, great. Grunkle Ford? Why is it that everyone automatically assumes I'm at fault? Well, this time it is my fault, but I've invited Cypher here to stay with us for the night. If they'd like. I'm sure I can fix this. I just have to figure out how. Stanley sighs. I can take a look. Yeah, being on vacation's pretty boring, and the old Stanmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet. So, it wouldn't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put together some... I'm sure I can put something together from the gadgets I have laying around if you need any specialized tools to help you with the job. And let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel. You can ask me anything. I pretty much know everything there is to know about this place. Wait, hold on. I haven't even said anything yet. I appreciate your offer to let me stay. And to repair your car. Yep, it'll be good as new in my hands. I mean, look at my Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer who knows how many times, and she's still a beaut. He points out a red car parked a distance away. You can't really see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he sounds really confident. Well, this turn of events is... well, I'd be grateful if it would make... hold on, let me move my pngtuber so the rest of the... so chat can actually see the text box. Okay, now I'm just tiny in the corner. So, this turn of events is... I'd say fortuitous. Free repairs, free lodging. There's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work out, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop that you can head to instead. Well, I accept. Thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What an embarrassment. I must have made such an elementary mistake. As the pines lead you inside the house, Mabel leaves her number in your phone for you to call whenever, and you find out that Ford's twin goes by Stan. This part's the house, but just outside that door is the mystery shack. Hey, you ever been to the mystery shack before? I wanted to, actually. I saw a bumper sticker while I was on the road and got curious. You're interrupted by a loud triumphant, ha! Those bumper stickers were a good investment. And Sixer says they're too plain and graphically simplistic and don't even have an address on them, Stanley. How is anyone supposed to find the place? To attract customers. Sixer, did you hear that? Well, they are graphically simplistic. I don't know how they found the place, let alone thought what is the mystery shack was compelling. I kinda liked it. See? They kinda liked it. I like you, Cypher. How about I give you a tour sometime tomorrow? Regular price. Tomorrow? Then I'll have to squeeze all my get-to-know-you questions in today. Cypher, tell me. Capybara, yes or no? Yes. Duh. At that moment, a boy passes in the far hallway and Ford calls out, fuck, I've played this game too many times. And Ford calls out to him. Dipper, my boy, I'm surprised I didn't see you run out to the scene of the crime. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi, I swear. Oh, you have someone with you. Hey, I'm not suspicious at all. Did you see that car on the side of the shack, though? For a second, I thought the Manitors were back with a grudge. Yes, about that, Dipper. Meet Cypher. I've, stranded their car here by accident. They're staying here for the time being. Sorry, stranded their car here? You crashed it? Yeah, the Essen shack fell out and everything. The windows are cracked. One window. The windshield. And Cypher was lucky to make it out alive. They were fine. No injuries, thankfully. The magnet gun's rather safe, despite never having been tested in a formal setting. Yeesh, did you not, take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation is that I was trying to install a safety precaution. Hey, if you two are gonna do your nerd talk, I'm gonna get Cypher set up. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show Cypher around? Let them stay in the, storage room. That's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in, and the kitchen, living room, bathroom, and the hallway. And the bathroom. And pretty much a comprehensive tour of the mundanities of a regular house. Surprisingly, you find out that the family is even more extended than you knew. The decorative dollies make a lot more sense now, knowing grandmother was living here, and her grandson Zeus. Or was it Zeus? Whatever the name, you look forward to meeting him when he comes in for work in the morning. When you go to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper. Notes stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up at you as he pretends to read. Ah! I keep forgetting to read. The next member of the family snorts up at you from Mabel's bed. A rotund pink pig, who Mabel declares is her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match, right down to the chubby cheeks and boopable noses. And in the evening, though you'd still been in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after-dinner TV marathon you'd been invited to made it seem like a normal guest stay rather than a forced circumstance. Returning to the storage room Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you and far more pillows and sheets than summer night warrants. You wake to the weak glare of sunlight streaming in through the small, high window in the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel or motel room for that matter, and then yesterday comes crashing back to you. You glance at the time to see that you slept into the afternoon. Experiencing the accident yesterday must have left you tired out. Despite having being assured yesterday that everything was... Oh my gosh, I need to take a minute to actually process what I'm trying to read. Despite having been assured yesterday that everything... Despite having been assured yesterday evening that you were free to anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family and try preparing as polite a guest breakfast as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave, and just as you're about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Yes, from yesterday. Of course. You feel like the grunkles might be are you calling them? Look, for the sake of the game, I'm not a child. Well, I'm not a child. For the sake of the game, let's just pretend I'm old enough to date them. For the sake of the game, let's pretend I'm old enough to date these two, and not, like, nearly half their age. Okay? Is that... Okay. I do have to end stream soon, though, because I have to get dinner, because I've been eating entirely jelly beans today. For a good solid moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. I'm not sparing you! Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley's taking a look at your car outside if you want to be there for it. You give a nod and make to leave for real this time when Ford speaks up again. And, Cypher, I'm sorry for the accident. If I'd been smarter about... Well, let's just say it's entirely my fault, and you shouldn't worry about this at all. When it comes down to it, Stanley does have a knack for cars. I'm pretty sure he'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Weeks? You can't keep the dismay off your face, and you really can't bring yourself to try either. What am I going to do with weeks? Ford, who'd gone kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers at the prospect of a question he can answer. Well, there's the town to tour, of course, and the mystery shack. But if you ask me, all that pales in comparison to... Hold on, do you hear that? Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds like... The sound comes again, and this time you hear it as well. The squeal of a pig, followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Waddles tumbles past the open kitchen doorway, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clutched in her hand. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen, and you follow to the doorway, getting there just in time to see the apparent tug-of-war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva-covered sheet of paper. The paper rips, and after nearly toppling backwards from her efforts, Mabel recovers, snatching the scrap of ripped paper from Waddles' jaw and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Haha! Mabel wins again! Now I just gotta find Grunkle Ford! Ford, who'd run forward and held a hand out to steady this energetic child when she'd been in danger of toppling over, now finds a number of crumpled sheets of paper shoved into his hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. Grunkle Ford, you have got to help me. Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel. What's the matter? Dipper found a stack of pages from your old journals, and I walk in and Waddles ran up and started eating one. And he must have been chewing it to warn me, Grunkle Ford, because look! Mabel takes the ripped pages of paper from Ford's hand and joins them together, holding it up for Ford to see. I see. And you took it as a warning? Yes, it says here that it eats small dogs, and Waddles is a small pig, but he sort of looks like a dog from far away, and Waddles must have feared for his life! Waddles seems to second this notion with a snort, or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf? Something bigger? You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Waddles was so scared at that time. I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl? You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down on the floor in relief. Grunkle Ford, you are an actual lifesaver. Waddles, you have nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of the kneel and standing back up. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave, and you suddenly remember that with nothing better to do for weeks, you're going to be here. It wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford, and he seems to know what there is to do around town anyway, and you'll need that to not die of boredom in the first week. Or more pressingly, you could go check on your car and see what Stan's made of it so far. You're not exactly eager to face seeing your car in the side of the house again, though. What should we do? What should we do? Because going to check on the car leans more towards Stan's route. And getting to know Ford is more Ford's route. And we are doing Ford's route for the sake of a certain somebody who is here. So, I say we get to know him. Ford, wait, you need a hand with that recipe? I can handle it myself. You sure you couldn't use a hand? Ford looks away from you. Ford looks away then, and you follow his averted line of sight to Mabel, who's just mouthed something that you couldn't catch. When she catches you looking her way, Mabel just gives you a 100-watt smile, the picture of innocence. Ford rubs the back of his neck. Yes, I suppose I can accept some help. And with that, assured Ford is on the task, you spot Mabel rolling away with Waddles into the living room. Before we get started, I suppose I should give you an introduction. Cypher, tell me, do you believe in the supernatural? Well, doy. Would I be playing this game or watching Gravity Falls if I didn't believe in somewhat in the paranormal? So yes, I do believe in the paranormal. Ooh, who did join? I can't. Hold on. Let me try checking. I can't check. It might have been Ink joining back. Or it could just be a bug. I used to stream on Twitch sometimes and I used to do this a lot. So, well, you're about to come face to face with the unexplainable yourself. You see, Gravity Falls isn't some quiet, unassuming backwater town. Much more lurks beneath its surface. Ford pockets the crumpled journal pages and gestures for you to join him as he walks. You do, and follow him through the living room and into the gift shop. For example, you must have heard Mabel mention a pterodactyl. Most would say non-existent in the living world today, but I say, not if you know where you look. Ford reaches under the cashier and retrieves a packet of vintage-looking gum, inspecting it for a moment before slipping it in his pocket. He looks around and thought, hold on to my explanation for the moment. I need to retrieve some more supplies. Ford ushers you out of the gift shop entrance so that you find yourself on the outside of the shack, then shuts the door behind you. Okay. What do we do, chat? Should we try and spy on him, or should we just, leave him to it? Because I feel like spying is not morally correct. Sorry, I'm getting jelly beans. I'm hungry. I feel like spying isn't really a morally correct thing to do. So, maybe let's not spy on him, huh? I'm respecting the man's privacy. You correctly and politely just stand out here until Ford returns. You maybe scan the sky for a pterodactyl while you wait. Not too long later, the door opens behind you and Ford joins you outside, looking no different than before. He must have stored whatever supplies he went to retrieve in his coat, but the trench coat falls too naturally on his figure for him to be hiding much. There are so many bad jokes I could make on, right now, but I'm not going to. No spy. It's kind of too late for that, Megumi. Where were we? Ah, yes. Ford pulls a pen and pad of paper from his coat, walking as he writes. Just as you're about to head out, he stops and smacks a hand to his face. Oh shoot, 1 second. Ford hurries back to the house, realizing he forgot one important component to this adventure. A butterfly net? Before you get a chance to ask, he strides out ahead of you, obviously in no mind to tell you what it's for quite yet. The pair of you walk past the shack and down a well-worn path into the trees surrounding the house, sunlight peeking between the pines. He double-checks whatever he scribbled onto the paper and turns it back into one of his coat's seemingly infinite pockets. He stops and turns to face you with a definitive nod. My recipe for repellent called for a sprig of lavender, 2 thin slices of ginseng, a drop of bat blood, a chunk of amber, and 3.5 millimeters of ink. He pauses, staring down at the path and thought, obviously I already have all those components at hand. It loads slowly. Yeah, it does kind of suck. Well, except for one last ingredient, a single moth's wing, from Mothman itself. You can't help it. You gasp. Ford glances at you, and you think you see a hint of a smile before he turns back to the path and continues along, wind ruffling through his hair. You see, Mothman is the very creature on that page that Waddle seemed to fear. Using a piece of its shelf should ward it away, or at least lead it to believe that Waddles isn't for eating. How long have I been streaming? Oh my god, I've been streaming for nearly an hour. I would have already completed the repellent years ago if I had managed to collect that wing. Was it too difficult? Oh, I just never got around to it. Besides, Mothman used to come bat at this lamp I had lit out in the backyard. It seems like such an innocent hobby that I never had the heart to chase it off. But if this brings Mabel and her pig a peace of mind, then the time has come to finish this. Okay, well, I'm gonna save the game and leave it here for now, because like I said, I need to get dinner. So, I will have to be ending stream now. So, yeah, no, I've been eating jelly beans all day, and that's not very good. So, let me get my DMCA free music back up while I... Oh, wow, I have 3 friend requests. Let me get my copyright free music up. Wait, what do you mean wait? What's up, Megumi? Your last words will be... Remember me in history. We will. We will remember and honor you. So I'm going to make dinner and edit the audio from this stream probably, so it isn't just like me rambling for an hour or so. And I will see you all probably later today, actually, because I might be streaming again later to either finish playing Swooning Over Stans or play that 80s Ford dating sim, because I've been wanting to play that for a while now because it looks pretty good. So I will probably come and stream again later. So I'll see you all then. All of you have lovely rests of your day. And yeah. I don't know how to do outros. I can't just do the Bill thing again. So I'll... Oh my god, wait, this is a perfect song. Look at that. I will see you all later. Goodbye.